What's going on, folks? This is Subspace with part 26 of Pokemon XD, the Gale of Darkness Teddiursa Only Run Challenge. We made it to the top of the volcano, and it's time we get inside the dome. But we're first encountered by old-time friend, well, not really friend, but, you know, Sinaddle. Moofufu, so we meet again. My plan was perfect. The only plans were the utterliest Lovrina and Gorgon, and how could you say that about your colleagues? I can kind of understand why Gorgon was kind of useless to you, but Lovrina, I don't think she really did anything to get in the way of your plan. You spoiled the planet device for Phoenix City. And thanks to the terrible hard-nosed woman, I suffered the munition having my worst moment broadcast all over Ore. And I'm pretty sure everybody watched it. Even Greevil himself. To gain Master Greevil's forgiveness for me to assume my rightful position as the governor, or I must defeat you. Well, bring it on. This time I won't be shoving you into the full extent of my power level. Bring it on. I'm not scared of you. You're starting off with Batang and Quagsire. An interesting duo, if I say so. So, let's see what you can pull off. I'm gonna get rid of Quagsire first. I don't think that my tank's gonna be strong enough to do any decent damage to me. Yes, managed to take care of it. Oh, you're going with Scizor now, huh? A Psychic? I should not be too afraid of this move. Should not be. Thank you for your leftovers. I'm gonna Earthquake you both to oblivion as we rip open the ground once again. That takes care of Metang. Sweet. And now Scizor. That takes care of you both. You're next gonna summon a Solrock. And this Solrock is a Shadow Pokemon. Not as interesting as Lunatone, in my opinion, but Solrock is still a nice Pokemon to keep a lookout for. It's like Lunatone, a Rock and Psychic type, but it doesn't hit as hard as Lunatone does in the special attacks department. But in physical attacks, though, you're going to make a full use out of that Rock type on Solrock. So if it's got moves like Rollout or Rock Slide, Solrock's going to be hitting pretty hard. But this Solrock in particular doesn't have any physical attacks. The worst it has is Shadow Panic, Shadow Sky, and Shadow Rave. Shadow Rave is a special move, and considering Solrock's special attack, it's pretty poor. So I'm not too worried about keeping Solrock out on the field. Let's get rid of Cast Form before it can pull off anything stupid on me. Your last Pokemon, though, is a Shadow Starmie. I swear Sinaddle must have something into astronomy or astrology, considering his 3 Shadow Pokemon were the Sun, the Moon, and a Star. Or could he have been predicting the games of Sun, Moon, and the rumored stars? But anyway, Shadow Starmie is pretty nasty to deal with. Starmie is not an easy target to be picking a fight with. Starmie hits hard and it hits fast. It's a pretty nasty special attacker, coming up with moves like Ice Beam, Water Pulse, and I'm surprised that Starmie doesn't come in with a Psychic move like Psychic. This Starmie, and let alone pretty much all Starmies, are pretty nasty opponents, so you're gonna have a pretty tough time fighting Starmie. And this thing's pretty fast, so it's gonna, chances are, outspeed almost everything you throw at it. And I'm not too surprised you're using a Shadow Storm at me, but how powerful is it gonna be? Dang, that's powerful. I gotta get rid of you, like, now. And Starmie's down! Sweet! Thank you, your attack missed. Now I don't need to worry about the confusion anymore. And I don't need to waste an item on Sinaddle, either. Let's feint attack and get this guy out. I don't know what people are saying when this fight is pretty difficult. I think the next boss fight is a ridiculously tough one if you don't come in prepared for it. And we got Sinaddle out of here. My plan, it was supposed to be perfect. Sinaddle, he's not that difficult. My plan, my perfect plan. Master Greevo, forgive me! You failed him twice. I don't know if he's gonna forgive you again. But who knows? He might. We'll see. We will see. Well, now let's go back downstairs in this elevator and take care of what's to happen. Well, hi! This takes us back to the very beginning of the dungeon, so we have an easy shortcut. Leaving already? But not before I show you my brand hospitality. I think this guy will be easier to defeat than Snaddle, so I'm not too concerned about him. Shuckle and Blissey. Two tanky Pokemon. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to go through with this. I'm really thinking of how I'm going to go through with it. Let's start off with an Earthquake. I'm not too surprised Shuckle survived that. And Blissey's as good as gone. Who's your last Pokemon? Weezing. Weezing, huh? I don't know if it bited that first attack or not, but I'm still not keeping my guns held up for this thing. Shuckle storing energy? That's nothing. Time to get rid of you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye, Shuckle. Cleef. I'm sorry to have held you up. Yeah, you better be. Let's get back upstairs. Well, by upstairs I mean the top of the volcano. And then take care of that guy up there. This will be our most difficult fight yet. I did all the level grinding a few episodes ago for this very fight right here. I think this is the second hardest battle in the entire game, aside from the final boss, of course. It's been a while, boy. Do you remember me? Recall this. I helped you in Game Port. Yup. This guy was the very same guy to help us from Zook at the very beginning of our adventure. There's no need for things. I was merely punishing a fool that used to shadow Pokemon in public. Yeah, without your permission. At the time, we didn't want the world to know what we, Cipher, were planning. Back then, I thought you were just an ordinary child. Little did I suspect that you become Cipher's biggest and most damaging threat. Expect the unexpected, my friend. Enough talk. You have the skill and wherewithal to reach City Dark Island. Let me see your abilities in full glory. Well then, let's see what you can do. Ardos. This is going to be the toughest fight yet. He's starting off with Swellow and Alakazam. That's the very same Alakazam to save us at the very beginning of the adventure. I'm a little nervous about this fight. I may be level 82, but I still am nervous. And that Swellow is, of course, a Shadow Pokemon. This Swellow is the first to have 4 Shadow moves. Shadow Break, Shadow Shed, Shadow Sky, and Shadow Half. One of 3 or 4 Shadow Pokemon to have that move. The others being Arbok, someone else in this guy's team, and I don't remember who the 4th one is, but I might be wrong on that one. Well, anyway, this Swellow, it's pretty fast and it hits pretty hard, so I'm going to want to take care of this thing right away. But chances are it's going to outspeed me and probably use something like Shadow Sky. Yep, I was right. And I'm not surprised Alakazam's outspeeding me either. A lot of these Pokemon at this point are outspeeding me. So, let's get rid of the Swellow. And who are you summoning next? A Kingdra, or I should rather call that a Queendra because it is a female Kingdra. Kingdra's a pretty nasty special attacker, I think. But its pretty much most threatening move is Hydro Pump, and that thing does not have the best accuracy in the world. I think it's a 60% accuracy, which means it's going to miss a good chunk at the time. And considering we got the weather effect of a Shadow Sky going right now, I am not too concerned right now. But I think since I'm definitely without a doubt slower than an Alakazam, but that Kingdra's gonna outspeed me, so I think that Kingdra's gonna outspeed me, so I'm gonna use an X speed, just in case. And I'm not too... And I figured you'd be using Psychic Alakazam. Oh gosh, 99, I'm a little nervous. And Hydro Pump, oh no, I'm nervous. Phew, I somehow survived that. I don't know how I somehow survived that hit. Huh. I've played this fight a few times, and it is very, very difficult, even though I'm way over-leveled. I'm gonna use a Hyper Potion here and now. I'm thinking Alakazam's gonna once again go with the Psychic. But the X speed, I think, is gonna help me out. How are you getting so lucky with your Hydro Pump? Oh gosh, a crit. Oh, I need another heal again. Oh, this is gonna be intense. I'm gonna need to heal again. I was not thinking Kingdra was gonna get a critical hit on me. Heal up. I bought so many Hyper Potions for this fight. This and another fight later on in the dungeon are two annoyingly difficult ones. Will that attack miss for once? And I'm at 101. I'm hoping I outspeed the Alakazam. I'm really, really hoping I outspeed Alakazam. I still don't trust Kingdra getting another critical hit on me. Thank you, I outspeed them this time. Thank you. Get out of Alakazam. Your next Pokemon is one of my favorite bug types, Heracross. This thing hits pretty hard as physical moves. Thank you for missing. And the ore is now gone. Sweet. I think I know what I'm gonna do here. I definitely think I know what I'm gonna do. Heracross. I want to get this thing up before it can pull off anything like Brick Break on me. Thank you, it's gone. And I'm leveling up again. Nice! This fight had a bit of a rocky start, but I think I'm gonna be good. Electabuzz is a Shadow Pokemon, and it's a pretty powerful one at that. This Electabuzz also carries 4 Shadow moves, and oh no, Hydro Pump. Phew! I'm surviving this. I'm about to survive this fight. But anyways, Electabuzz is a pretty nice mixed attacker. It has Shadow Half, Shadow Shed, Shadow Storm, and I think Shadow Sky. I might be wrong about the 4th move. But this Electabuzz, it's pretty fast and hits kinda hard, so I'm gonna want to get this thing out of here quickly. But I'm gonna get rid of both of these guys at the same time, so I'm gonna Earthquake them both to oblivion. Thank goodness I got rid of Kingdra. I did not want to deal with any more Hydro Pumps from that thing. And Electabuzz is not surviving Earthquake either. Phew. Your last Pokemon I'm very terrified of. Snorlax. This is the first trainer to have 3 Shadow Pokemon in the same battle. Snorlax. It is very, very slow, but it hits really, really hard. This thing has Shadow End and Shadow Shed. Shadow End is a very, very powerful move, but it gives a nice recoil of cutting the user's HP in half. This move will never, ever kill you. Everyone else says it does, but I know for a fact it does not. I just cut your HP in half. Snorlax is going to be annoying to deal with. So I'm honestly hoping Return gets rid of it in one shot. Thank you! This was one fight I was legitimately scared about, but we somehow defeated Ardos. This is trouble if something's not done. But Snorlax, I always love raising that Pokemon. It's just a bit of a pain to use at times because it's so slow, but it hits very, very hard. So teach it moves like Earthquake and Body Slam, and oh boy, you're going to be going places with that thing. Plus that Snorlax in particular is carrying the second leftovers in the game. It's your only other way of getting a second leftovers. I realize now I should have crushed you much earlier. This is out of my hands now. I must defer you to Master Greevil himself. But boy, don't think this is over. I won't abandon my dreams. What dreams? I like how he calmly walks away, whereas the other Cipher admins just run away when I beat him. I definitely need to heal after that fight. Ardos put a pain in me. That was nuts. Very, very nuts. Ho ho ho! Now this is quite a surprise. You managed to defeat Ardos. Of course, you've also beaten so many of my followers. Perhaps it's no surprise that you won. I must say that I haven't been this excited in a long time. I do have an appreciation for the strong, you see. Well, thank you, my good friend. However, I cannot allow your interference. My Shadow Poke Planet's nearing completion. So for the time being, I think I'll have you securely out of the way right where you are now. And he puts up a giant glass wall. It's impossible to go any further. I guess we can do nothing but take that other elevator and see where that'll go. But the door won't open. We're gonna have to go elsewhere. Let's get out of here then. I don't see any other purpose of standing here. Oh gosh, it's Gorgon. What's this, the onslaught of the admins or something? This is the third admin in the same episode we're fighting. It's me again, kid. You know, it makes me kind of happy to see you since I've seen you so often. This is like the third or fourth time you run into me, or something like that. So I don't know what you mean by that. But the way you keep beating me, my credits take it to being aye. So Greevil gave me this one last chance to redeem myself, but this is it. If I lose this one, there's no tomorrow. Here goes. I like how Gorgon's all happy to be fighting us this time, instead of like, you made me so mad, and I'm gonna destroy you for it. This time he's starting off with Slowking and Ursaring. This time I'm not gonna keep Ursaring on the field with the Shadow Pokemon. I know my error from last time. I am not doing that again. Oh, Ursaring's gonna be the one protecting himself this time. Kinda glad I called that. So Slowking better be the one going this time. Ooh, Aggron. This is going to be an interesting Pokemon to be dealing with. I'm going to think about this one. My guts tell me go Earthquake. Myself. That ought to get rid of Aggron. Yes, it does. And hopefully do a nice number on Ursaring. I'm not expecting it to die to my Earthquake, but I'm expecting it to do a decent number of damage. Wait, it actually got Ursaring? I was not thinking it was going to kill Ursaring. Holy crap. You amaze me, Theodore. Okay, Walrein and Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a Shadow Pokemon. And this thing could be a pretty decent mixed attacker. It has Shadow Rush, Shadow Sky, and I think Shadow Shed. I don't see why all these Pokemon have Shadow Shed anymore, since chances are you're not going to be pulling off Light Screen or Reflect. Poliwrath is a pretty nice mixed attacker. It's water and fighting. Oh, excuse me. And it can pull off decent combinations in both aspects of mixed attacks. I'm going to get rid of this Poliwrath first, since I don't want to be dealing with Shadow Rush or something. Your last Pokemon is a Mr. Mime. And this thing is also a Shadow Pokemon. Mr. Mime is a pretty nice special attacker. It's a pure Psychic type. It becomes part Fairy once Fairy types are introduced. Oh gosh. I hope this doesn't freeze me. Thank you. But anyway, Mr. Mime, I like how it's a special attacker. Its only moves are Shadow Shed and Shadow Storm. And I have one huge issue about Mr. Mime. Look at this thing's gender! It's a female! Shouldn't a Pokemon like Mr. Mime be a fixed male? I'm sorry, it's just no. Just no, I don't like how it's Mr. Mime, yet it's a girl. I just don't like that at all. And sweet, I'd outspeed that Mr. Mime. Or should I say Mrs. Mime? Or is it Miss Mime? I don't know. It's gotta be one of the two or something. And that takes care of the Mr. Mime. You're just left with your Walrein. Let's see what this thing can pull off now. Heal me up. And I'm just gonna pull off a feint attack because you're almost dead. That was way easier than Ardos. Why couldn't I fight Gorgon before Ardos is my question. But dang, with that, Gorgon's down. We're doomed! I think that thing should be nicknamed Mrs. Mime if I were able to catch it. Blah! That was the very last chance Greevil gave me. How could I keep losing to the same kid over and over? If there was a tree, I'd climb it to get away from all this. I'm sure you'll find yourself a tree somewhere. Ladybus ready to be purified! Yay! I'm guessing I'll end off this episode by running back and purifying Ladybus. I'm amazed we were able to purify another Pokemon in this adventure. Let's run back to the HQ lab. How close is Theodore to leveling up is my question. 5,000. I'm not going to waste my candies now. I'll use them in the next episode before I fight the last Cipher admin. But this is really the only time I'm going to be leaving Dark Isle. Let's get to the HQ lab and purify our Ladybug. I'll see you guys when I get there. Here we are. Let's purify our Ladybug. And this might be the only time I show purification on camera. So enjoy it. Ladybug has been purified. Whoops. This might be our final purification chamber setup. Let's get back to Citadark. Well, maybe, yeah, we'll get back to Citadark. And then continue on to the final onslaught on Cipher. For good. And oh, I'm not looking forward to that next boss fight. Hey everyone, and thank you so much for watching this episode of Pokemon XD, The Gale of Darkness, the Teddiursa Only Run Challenge. If you're new here and you liked the video that you just saw, feel free to hit that like, share, and subscribe button to keep up to date on everything I post, as well as other stuff from this game and the other games I do on my channel. In the annotations that are about to show up on the screen, you'll find a link to my YouTube's page, the previous episode in this playlist, and the playlist to this adventure that'll take you to episode 1 from the beginning. Also in the description, we'll link you to my Twitter page and a link to my YouTube page. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.